Hi everyone, my name is Rinat and welcome to my This is 50 Choose Happy music video. I want to share with you a little bit about why I created this music video. It all started with an actual song, lyrics and music that wrote itself in my head, and I just loved it from the first time I heard it playing in my head. I'm turning 50 in 2022 and obviously that's been on my mind. I was driving back from a blissful retreat and I was alone in the car when the song This is 50 Choose Happy just wrote itself in my head as I was driving. It's such a positive, uplifting song. I knew immediately that I wanted to share it somehow, but I didn't know how. Then I thought of creating an inspirational music video for this song. At first I thought about doing a music video by myself for my 50th birthday. And then I thought, what if I add other women so that myself and everyone can hear more inspirational voices? Since I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by incredible women, my first thought was to make these women part of my music video. Then I thought, what if instead I let God bring whoever's voices need to be heard at this time? So I created a promo for my music video and I waited to see who was gonna call me. The phone started ringing with women calling to tell me that they loved the project and that they wanted to be part of it. Some of these women were past clients and friends, but most were women that I've never met before. Some of these women were mothers, some weren't. Some of these women were married, some were not. Some were business owners. Others worked in a corporate setting. They were all very different from each other. And these women came into the studio during the 3 photo shoot days that we did for the Fabulous 50 project, and they let me capture beautiful portraits of them. And when these women sat down for the interview portion after the photo shoot and answered my questions, they were all so inspirational. They were amazing. I got teary-eyed during each interview, knowing that this is exactly the way that this project is supposed to come together. My point, and why I created this project, is to show that we're surrounded by inspirational people in our everyday lives. It could be your next door neighbor or your best friend's mother or your boss. Inspiration is out there. All you have to do is open yourself to it. Inspiration doesn't have to come from a famous inspirational speaker. Anyone who has lived a life and is willing to share the life lessons that they have learned so far can be your inspiration. All you have to do is allow them. All you need to do is be open to the conversation. So if you take one thing from this project, please take this. You are not alone. If you don't know what to do next in your life, if you feel lost, if you need guidance, all you have to do is think about that person. You know the person I'm talking about, that person that inspires you with their presence and their actions. And even if you've never spoken to them before, I want to encourage you to simply reach out. Because these people, these inspirational everyday people, they will be happy to talk with you and give guidance and advice. They will be happy to do so. I know that the past couple of years have been tough on many. I ask that you don't let the hardship lead you. I ask that you enjoy whatever good you do have in your life. And I ask that you be kind to yourself and others and trust that everything is working out perfectly. So with that said, I am honored, proud, and excited to present to you the song that I was gifted. This is 50 Choose Happy. I hope it will inspire you, give you a beautiful point of view on life, and that it makes you feel loved.
Wake up in the morning, here I am again, feeling all those feelings, love that never ends, wiggling my toes, scrunching my nose, sunshine coming in, lighting up my being, 'cause 50 years today, celebrating life, choosing happy every day, dancing every night. 50 years today, celebrating me, choosing happy every day, and what will be will be. Yes, it wasn't easy, but worth it nonetheless. Sometimes life was lemons, but I love lemonade. Smile on my face, strong in my faith. Rainbows and butterflies, yes, that's my life. 'Cause 50 years today, celebrating life. Choosing happy every day, dancing every night. 50 years today, celebrating me. Choosing happy every day, and what will be, will be. I thank God every day for the road that brought me here. I thank all those I met that taught me not to fear. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beauty and the lovely. The plot twists were surprising and kept my life exciting. 'Cause 50 years today, celebrating life. Choosing happy every day, dancing every night. 50 years today, celebrating me. Choosing happy every day, and what will be, will be. 50 years today, celebrating life. Choosing happy every day, dancing every night. 50 years today, celebrating me. Choosing happy every day, and what will be, will be. Today, celebrating life. Choosing happy every day, dancing every night. 50 years today, celebrating me. Choosing happy every day, and what will be, will be.
Teresa Knox, 70th birthday.
Nancy Luden, 63.
Patty, but I do have a Chinese name, Qiu Hui, 5th, 9th.
Donna Philippone, 5'7".
Colette Holmquist, fabulous 51.
Diane Rose Miller, 56th.
Cynthia Rivera, 51st.
Jackie Davison, 51 years.
Geraldine Riley, 55.
Lori Sudbrink, 57.
Terry, 54. Katie Roof, 60th.
Cheryl Sabasic, 55 years old.
Melanie Mendoza, 50th.
Tiffany, 54th.
50 wasn't as thrilling as 70 is, evidently. So just glad to have survived everything that we have been through.
Excited to be 63 because I've lived a wonderful life. I have a loving husband, wonderful children, an incredible mother, an extended family, and lots of friends. And I love my work. So that makes it really nice to turn 63 and be really pleased with where you are at that point in your life.
I'm excited. I'm embracing it.
Seeing it written down with 5 and the 7 shocked me a little bit. I didn't realize it until actually you told me.
51 or 59, it's just the 50.
When I turned 40 and after 40, I was like, oh no. But then once I turned 50, I said, oh no, I am fabulous.
It's just been wonderful. It's just celebrating. That's what I'm doing, celebrating life.
Oh my gosh, like, ugh.
I see these people that say, you know, I'm good where I am. If I'm old, I'm old. And I am going to go out kicking and screaming. My dad always said, you don't stop playing because you get old. You get old because you stop playing.
I've got so much more life ahead of me. I've got lots of opportunities, and I feel comfortable with where I am.
Better and better every day. Blossom, and that was the word God gave me. So I'm blossoming. I went back to school. I got a cybersecurity certificate. I have other schooling underneath me. I took some acting classes, and I'm just totally in love with where I'm at today. And I love that I'm still continuing this wonderful journey.
I am going to be a grandmother this year, and I feel great, and I want to just enjoy life, everything that it has to offer.
Well, the fact that I'm alive is a big deal.
It's beautiful.
Alive! Incredible. There really are no words to capture the opportunity now that I have that I didn't necessarily have at any other given age.
Can't believe I'm 55. Trying to align my mind and my heart and my inside with what's happening to the outside. Grateful that I made it through.
I believe that it just happened so quickly. And I look at even like my grandmother who lived to be 105 almost. And I always said, I want to live a long life like my grandmother. However, things changed when I went through some health issues about 12 years ago. And I didn't know that I would be here today. It was quite serious at that time. But the Lord brought me through it and out of it, and I never imagined how full and rich my life would be.
By society standards, 55 means you get this blue plate special and you're old and you have to go to bed early, and I'm none of that. So I am excited to be 55. I think it's the new 35. I love being fun. I love having fun. I love this decade. The 5 years have been wonderful. I look forward to the next 5, and I think it's just a great age.
Peaceful. Peace. Just peaceful.
I think it just keeps getting better and better. It's like wine, right? Like it just ages. And there's so much more to life.
It's just another day. It's another day that we're blessed with, right? To be able to enjoy life and share the gospel, celebrate.
I love working with the Jewish Pavilion because every day makes a difference. We really are doing holy work and making a difference in the world for our elders and their family members. And I know that every day matters, and it's really nice to know that every day your work really makes a difference in the community.
When I was 44, I was diagnosed with cancer. So when I had that birthday, you know, you have these emotions and thoughts that go through you thinking, am I going to see another year? Are my children going to be able to see their mom another year? So it wasn't really a defining moment, but it was a moment to be more on my knees and intentional with my time. So it was a good thing.
One of the things when I went through this illness, as it progressed, it contracted my fingers and they could not be straightened. The joints were fused, and so that was a very, very painful process. But it's not like I feel like I can't do anything. I can still put my makeup on. I can still do just about everything that anybody else can. And I hadn't had rings on my fingers for 12 years, and this year's our 35th wedding anniversary. So my husband commissioned a ring that has a special clasp for me to put on my finger. And so I feel very blessed, you know, to celebrate that way. It's just, when I first saw it, I thought, I don't know if this is appropriate for my hands to draw attention, but that's not what it's about. I want it to draw attention to something because it's a reminder of God's faithfulness and how He brought me through it. So
I was given a second chance. I never thought I would have it.
But the great thing is at 50, I get to start it all over again, my whole life, and create it how I want to without it being constrained. So there's definitely a freedom, and I came into tools, so now I get to live this life smarter, if you will, and a lot more free.
When I somehow miraculously found the strength to step out of the place I was with very low expectations, I was given everything I ever wanted in life.
50 was a milestone birthday, and I think I felt more comfortable in my own skin than I had ever before.
I went into life thinking I had to get everything right. It had to look a certain way. And now I've had all the experience to pull from and have the freedom to then say, wherever I am is totally okay. And now my future can begin now.
I think once I turned 50, I'm become more relaxed. In a sense, I feel better. Not having stressed a lot of things that I cared a lot before. And I say, what can go wrong?
There was nothing wrong with my life before, but now I have the power to actually create my life how I'd want it to really be, like rich and juicy. And I'm so moved, like I'm even moved to tears right now.
When I turned 30, I still didn't even know who I was. Still trying to find out what I wanted to do with my life. Just didn't even know what direction I was taking. Now I'm 50, I have my own business, and I just feel like I'm more full of life. I look forward to the future, where back then I just still felt lost.
I had a really incredible experience for my 40th birthday. Like most women, I was getting nervous about coming up to the big 4-0. And I had been trying for the previous 11 years to have a baby, and I couldn't. And we had started the adoption process. And for my 40th birthday, I got my daughter. So my 40th scare turned out to be the very best year of my life.
I'm blessed to be here every day, right?
It's more positive than I used to be.
More memories to still even make, to love and cherish the ones that I already have with my children, my family, but even more better ones to come.
This is a landmark moment in my life, and I get to say how it's going to go from this point forward.
I am enjoying the aging process. Every year that comes by, I feel like I have more tools in my tool belt, and I love that I have such good friends and a great family to do it with.
Be patient and be kind and be humble. I could go on, but you said one.
To enjoy every day and to look at it as a gift. You never know what tomorrow will bring. And that's so important to make the most of every day and appreciate what you have.
Don't hesitate. If there's something you wanted to do, no worry, just do it.
Don't be scared to dream.
To try new things, to not be so afraid, because failure is where we grow.
Don't rush into things. Measure your options. Measure your words. And measure your thoughts most of all, because that's going to control every single action that you have.
I think it's important to love life, to love the people that are part of your life, and to show that love every day.
All those bumps in the road, it's okay. It all works out, you learn from it, and you just keep moving. I wish that I would have probably enjoyed some of those moments more so. But I'm excited about everything now, moving forward as well.
Maybe just slow down, smell the roses. I'm high energy, as you can tell, I can't sit in the chair. Okay, so high energy, high paced, fast paced. So if you can just slow down and enjoy the moment, be more present in the moment, and just go for it, you know? I mean, just slow down and enjoy it.
I was very cautious, very follow the rule. Don't want anything that like bad happen. I have to be very careful on that. But at the same time, I'm too careful, too intimidated to try anything. Now I'm looking back and saying, what do I lose? I should try this. Who knows what happened? Like I have been like the only regret I'm saying, like if I didn't dare to try, then I don't know what's happened. I'm always wondering what would happen if I tried.
That the materialistic things in life are just things. Don't dwell on them. Focus more on life's lessons, making memories, and learning from experiences.
To keep doing what you're doing, follow your intuition.
Don't be scared to dream. Don't be scared to ask questions. At 30, like I said, I felt lost. I didn't know where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do. I was married, I had kids already. I still didn't know what I wanted to do. But I was scared to ask questions. And I didn't know who to go to. I didn't know what I wanted to do. It was just so much and so much fear. And so what I always tell people is, don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared to dream. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to where you want to be. If you ask questions and you seek the right advice and you seek the right mentors, you will get there. But if you remain scared, you're not going to get there.
Be free to be who you want to be. Just do it, you know, be yourself and appreciate yourself.
When I was young, I was afraid to try anything new. I was afraid to be outside of my comfort zone. So I stuck with what is safe. And those are the things you regret when you're older. You're like, I wish I had tried this, or I wish I had done that. So now that I'm older, I'm like, I'm going to try the new things. This is not in my comfort zone, but I'm doing it, you know? So
I've always followed my intuition. It took me out of state, it took me down to Florida, and I just had to trust that God had the best thing for me. Instead of letting other people determine my path, I had to let God determine my path. And just go secure in that and know that all is well. And worst case, I can just move back. So I just kept traveling and I love it.
Just think before you speak. Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it helpful? And then I would also say, you know, spend most of your time learning about your God, because He has created an amazing world for you to go and explore.
When I looked, you know, back at those pictures when I was 30, I can remember thinking I was so critical of myself. I was looking at everything, you know, that was wrong with the picture, and I wasn't really happy with the picture. And I've learned now, you know, that you look at the picture and it's like, wow, this is me. I'm beautiful, and embracing that and being happy with who we are. I wish I had that at 30. Yes.
Fear not. Do not live in fear or reject yourself. Accept yourself. You're beautiful and you are loved.
I think you go back to where my children are right now. They're in their teen years. And I wouldn't necessarily say things they're struggling with, but when I was in their position, you know, you think you're defined by an age or by the size clothing that you wear, or the kind of clothing, you know, the different brands. You know, a lot of teens just want brand names. But for me, it's more about, you know, the books you read, the life you live in those books. It's about the places you go to. It's about the words that you speak, because words have power. And you have a choice. Are you going to be kind and loving, or are you going to be condescending and nitpicking? So it's your power.
Everything's going to be okay.
Live without regrets and dance in this thing called life and embrace it for the journey it is. There is no right or wrong.
So many parts of our lives are in fear, you know, especially when you're younger. You fear the unknown, you fear so many things in life. And rejection, fear of rejection. And ironically, autoimmune disease is about rejection of self. But the Lord is showing me through all this how not to reject myself. And when I go to the doctor, I get different results. You know, I get different comments from the doctor saying, you keep doing whatever you're doing because that's unusual. So I'm very blessed and learn to accept myself and love myself. And that, I think, is a life lesson.
Recognize when you have peace about something. Let go of the fear. And everything is going to be okay. It might be bumpy and trials and all the other cliches that you could say along the way. But in the end, you're going to be okay.
So you've heard that saying, dance like no one's looking. And also it's important to know when to move forward or when to step back or take a step to the side perhaps.
To trust the Lord. He's got everything handled. He knows what he's doing. We bring him our needs and wants, and he's got us covered.
My name is Rinat O'Neill, and I'm going to be turning 50 in 2022. So what does 50 mean to me? There's a surprising sense of relief. I can just simply be myself, totally and completely myself. There's a sense of wonderful acceptance and a feeling of gratefulness that I've been walking on this earth for 50 years. A sense of pride in myself for being where I'm at in life and excitement about what's coming and what else is there to learn. The advice I would give my younger self. Always make your own decisions based on your own research, no matter what someone that you care about thinks, even if they think it's wrong, even if they don't like your choices. Yes, listen to all advice. You never know, you may learn something wonderful and amazing, but at the end of the day, remember that this is your life. You're the one that has to live it. So you decide. You decide on what you want to do for a living, where you want to live. You decide on where you go to college. You decide on your religion. You decide on who you want to live with. You decide on what gives you joy. You don't owe anybody anything. That is the biggest message I have. You don't owe anybody anything. At the same time, nobody owes you anything. So live with integrity to yourself and just do your best to do good by everyone, but be with integrity for yourself first. One more thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the anti-aging movement. How about if instead of anti-aging, how about if we'll be pro-aging? Be grateful. Be grateful that you get to be old enough where you actually get to age. Be grateful, enjoy it, embrace it. Just allow yourself to age gracefully. No matter what age you are, the most beautiful thing that you can share with the world is your joyful smile.